Welcome to Business and More TV. I'm Tara Sweder. Today I want to talk to Dr. Horst Zerbe about the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry on a whole and why this shift, Dr. Horst, is happening in the industry where investors are now looking towards pharmaceuticals and healthcare as opposed to resources.
Yeah, the current situation in resources is such that there has been a certain deterioration of the market. Prices are going down, and so investors are looking for alternative investment opportunities. And that's really the reason why in Canada, where there's so much focus on resources, why there is now a shift towards the healthcare industry.
In some cases in the commodity industry, they'll shift from maybe copper's hot to graphene. Is there any kind of area in the pharmaceutical healthcare industry that can shift within those bubbles?
The business in the pharmaceutical industry is shifting more and more toward generics, branded generics, and super generics.
So what's the difference? You have generics. What's the second?
Super generics, branded generics.
Okay, what's the difference between those three?
A generic is a clone of something that already exists, an exact copy. A branded generic is a product where a compound that has already been approved by the regulatory authority gets reformulated. The super generic would simply be a generic term for an improved product that involves a molecule that is already existing.
Okay, and where does your company, Intelligenics, fit into that?
We are a drug delivery company, so typically what we do are branded generics.
We're not all doctors, so it's hard for us sometimes to wrap our minds around this, especially when we've been immersed in the commodities industry. I mean, I can tell you all about exploration and microcap and junior cap mining companies. So what I want to get out of this conversation is the top 3 or 4 questions that investors can ask a pharmaceutical company if they're not used to it.
The technology would be a very important aspect to look at. The patent protection of those technologies, the pipeline in general, and the development stage. How advanced are the lead development programs? What's the probability of those products to be approved by FDA? And then, of course, management track record. Has management been successful in bringing products to the market? These are the main aspects.
Now, obviously, it's been a long time in the making. Now you're into sales. So how do your shareholders feel?
I mean, everybody's excited, but we have yet to see how the product performs in the market. The competition responds to that. So we are still in the ramp-up phase. The product has yet to establish itself, has to become recognized both by patients and prescribing physicians, and that is at times a slow grind.
But that sounds like a great time to get into something like this, in my opinion, anyways.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
I mean, you've already done all the grunt work. Okay.
Yeah. We just very recently, in March of 2013, submitted the first NDA to the FDA for an oral film for the treatment of migraine. It is the first application of that kind in the US. It is, I think, the second migraine film worldwide.
Wow.
So that may illustrate that Intelligenics is really at the forefront of development when it comes to oral films. That is where really the excitement in our company is right now.
Yeah, congratulations.
thank you.
That's excellent. You've
Yeah.
been working hard. For now, I'm Tara Sweder. This has been Business and More TV.